Rafael Nadal reveals his Mount Rushmore of tennis legends with a surprising twist. Rafael Nadal stands tall when it comes to legends of tennis. The Spaniard retired last year, and his farewell ceremony at Roland Garros this year brought tears to the tennis world. He gave a lot to the sport over the last 2 decades. His accolades speak for themselves: 22 Grand Slams, including an unmatched 14 French Open titles. Not only that, but throughout his career, Nadal helped define the rivalry of the 2000s that made the Big Three stand out among tennis greats. But who would he pick to recreate a historical monument? That's exactly the question Nadal answered at the E1 Series finale in Miami. When asked, "Who is your Mount Rushmore of tennis players?" Rafa said without hesitation, Rod Laver, Novak, Djokovic, Roger, Federer, and probably myself, to be honest. When the interviewer expressed relief that he included his own name, Rafa joked, "Yes, you have to be humble but also clear. And the numbers say that." That's just about right. Rod Laver is the only player in tennis history to win all 4 Grand Slam singles titles in a calendar year twice. He did it first in 1962 and then in 1969. The latter feat makes him the only male to do so in the Open era. Laver won 11 major singles titles and nearly 200 career tournaments. He was ranked world number 1 for much of the 1960s and played a key role in 5 Australian Davis Cup victories. His versatility on all surfaces and his dual Grand Slam achievement have cemented his place as one of the sport's all-time greats. On the other hand, the Big Three dominated for 2 decades, winning a combined 66 Grand Slam titles. Djokovic has 24, Nadal 22, and Federer 20. Each completed a career Grand Slam. Novak Djokovic holds records for a triple career Grand Slam and most weeks at number 1. Nadal is known for his clay court dominance. Meanwhile, Roger Federer holds the Wimbledon record. These achievements set an unprecedented standard in men's tennis. It would be amazing to see them carved into the side of a mountain after all they did for the sport. Nadal is not the only one who answered this question. Back in 2014, Andre Agassi gave his own version, and his answer matched Nadal's. Agassi said, "The top 4 would be, not in any particular order, Nadal, Rod, Laver, Federer, and the 4 is absolutely an open case." Quite a coincidence, right? Even years after 2 of the 3 have retired, the Big Three still dominate tennis conversations today. They formed an unbeatable unit of 3, each bringing a unique flavor to the sport. In fact, Rafael Nadal recently spoke about what sets them apart. Rafael Nadal speaks of the differences he noticed in his rivals. Nadal lit up the America Business Forum on November 6 as he spoke about the 2 rivals who shaped his career. They are 2 different personalities, but ultimately, they share a great passion and love for the sport. "They are major rivals who have pushed me to my limits all these years," he said, reflecting on the force that drove all 3 of them. "That shared hunger for the game," he added, "is what made their battles unforgettable." But what came next from Nadal revealed the secret behind each champion's greatness. Few players have seen Roger and Novak from closer range than Rafael Nadal. He didn't focus on trophies or records, but on what truly set them apart. Against Federer, he's played 40 times and leads 24-16, with their clashes lighting up every surface imaginable. Nadal owned most of their duels at Roland Garros, while Federer carved out his share of brilliance on grass and hard courts. Each matchup felt like a show of style and contrast that kept fans hooked for nearly 2 decades. His rivalry with Djokovic runs even deeper. They have battled more than 50 times, with the Serbian holding the narrow edge. Their marathon encounters became the pulse of an era that defined modern tennis. Together, the trio built something rarer than dominance, sustained excellence and respect that turned competition into collaboration in pushing boundaries. When Rafael Nadal described their difference, it came straight from the heart. Federer was a slightly more magical player from the point of view of pure talent and inspiration, while Djokovic is someone who is a bit more hardworking with a work ethic and a winning mentality that are hard to beat. So there you have it. It was Federer's flair and Djokovic's grit that shaped him as much as his own drive did. And through all those years, the respect they shared became the true highlight of a golden age in tennis. What do you think? Would you pick them for a tennis version of Mount Rushmore?